newborn infants. Colostrum. Next, the colostrum is the first milk produced by the mother after the delivery is called as the colostrum. It is having the mainly the antibodies are present. The IgA antibodies. Clear? The antibodies are mainly the 5 types of antibodies are there. IgA, IgD, IgE, IgM. Clear? IgG also. Here these 5 types of the antibodies are present. Under this is the colostrum is having the IgA type of antibodies are present. What is the use of that one means they protect the infants from the infections. For the protection of the infants from the infections, this one is mainly helpful. It is containing the IgA type of antibodies. Clear? These antibodies are transferred from the mothers to infant. This is called as a natural passive immunity. Here directly the immunity is given to the from the mother to child. That's why we call it as a natural passive immunity. Clear? This one is a very, very important question from the endocrine system. It's very helpful for the essential newborn infants. It is the first milk for the mother, and it is having the it containing the antibodies, the IgA antibodies. What it is means it is the mother is giving to the child the immunity. That's why called as a natural passive immunity. Clear? This one is next. Already we discussed about the complementary protein. What are the complement proteins? These are the group of inactive plasma proteins. Above the plasma membrane proteins are there. They are called as the inactive plasma proteins. These are converted into, they are activated and form it as a membrane attached proteins. MESCs are formed. These MESCs are make the pores in the plasma membrane, and they introduce the extracellular fluid ECF to enter the cell and make it the well and burst. Here this one is about the complement proteins. Complement proteins are present in the plasma membrane. They are activated as a MESCs, and these MESCs are form the plasma membrane and make a pores on the plasma membrane and introduce the ECF and enter inside of that and swell and burst. Here this one is about the complement protein. Here next. Next, what are the functions of the Sertoli cells and the Sertoli cells inside of the seminiferous tubules? The seminiferous tubules having the Sertoli cells, what are the functions of this? Means these Sertoli cells are mainly the inside of the seminiferous tubules, the 2 types of cells are present. Means the inside of that Sertoli cells are present. The outside means interstitial cells are having the lytic cells. Inside of the testis, the seminiferous tubules are present. Seminiferous tubules are the number of seminiferous tubules are present. Between the seminiferous tubules, interstitial fluid is present. Interstitial tissue is present. Inside of that, the lytic cells are present. Special cells are present. They are called as lytic cells. The Sertoli cells are present inside of the seminiferous tubules. Here, this is a difference between the Sertoli cells and lytic cells. What is the function of the Sertoli cells? Means they are the nourishment cells. Means they are giving the nourishment to the sperms. That's why we call it the nourishing cells. They nourish the spermatozoa and also produce the hormone, special hormone that is called the inhibin hormone. It stops the production of follicle stimulating hormone. Yeah. Next, the lytic cells are mainly, they are the interstitial cells. Means in between the interstitial tissue is having the inside of that. These interstitial cells are present. They are secreting the androgens. What are they? Means the male hormones, which are the testosterone hormone. Clear? The Sertoli cells, what is the function of the Sertoli cells and Leydig cells means? Sertoli cells are the nourishing cells. They are giving the nourishment to the sperms and produce two functions are there, Sertoli cells. One is they are nourish the sperms as well as they are producing the inhibin hormone. Yes, next is the Leydig cells. These Leydig cells are present in the interstitial next in the reproductive health, only 5 ESIQs are there. Out of 5, compulsorily one will come. That's why all the 5 you learn it. The first one is what are the measures one has take the prevent the controlling of the STDs. Sexually transmitted diseases are controlled. How it is means the measurements to prevent the STDs. Here what it is means they are avoiding the sex with the unknown partners and multiple partners. And the next one is the using condoms, compulsorily using the coitus and consulting qualified doctor, early detection of the sexual transmitted diseases and getting the complete treatment in case of the infection. Here, next is the second question is the what in your view the reasons for the population explosion here in India? What the reasons for the population explosion? What are the reasons means increase the healthcare facilities. The means the healthcare facilities are increased and better living conditions are mainly they are increased the population here and also decline the death rate. Here, death rate is declined automatically. The healthcare facilities are more. The population will be exploited. Here, next decline the maternal mortality rate. Here, maternal mortality rate also decrease. Decline means decrease automatically. The population is exploitation. Here, next is the decline the infant mortality rate. All the death rate is declined and the maternal mortality rate is declined and also infant mortality rate is declined automatically. Population will be increased. That we call as a population exploitation. Here, the 4 reasons are there. Increase the healthcare facilities and better living conditions. They may cause the pollution explosion and decline the death rate and decline the maternal mortality rate, decline the infant mortality rate. Clear? These are mainly causes for the population exploitation. Clear? Next one is the what is the MTP means the meant by the population control. The what it is MTP means medical termination of the pregnancy is called as the MTP. The meant the population control. What it is means the MTP means medical terminating of pregnancy and the MTP is the legalized in India. Some restrictions restricted the rules and the what it is means unwanted pregnancy caused due to the protected inner course and also the mother form the continuation of the pregnancy and these are mainly causing the means the medical termination of the pregnancy. This time only they can do. Clear? This one is about the third one. In this 3 only 5 questions are there. Out of 5 questions, the compulsorily one will come in the exam. That's why concentrate in this. Here the next third one. This one is the remaining the question. This, next is the fourth one is the omnisynthesis. Omnisynthesis. Here it is the diagnostic procedure. Omnisynthesis is the diagnostic procedure to detect the genetic defects, genetic disorders, defect in the human baby. For that purpose, we are conducting the diagnostic procedure that is called the omnisynthesis. The disorder that can be detected from the which type of genetical disorders we detect from the omnisynthesis means the first one is called as a Down syndrome, second is called as the adverse syndrome, third one is called as a Turner syndrome. Here, the three syndromes are we detect from the omnisynthesis. Here, next is the in this procedure, amniotic fluid is drawn in the fetal cells. Here, the surrounding of the embryo, extra embryonic layers are present: amnion, chorion, and allantoin yolks are clear. What are the layers? The surrounding of the embryo, the four layers are present. They are the amnion, chorion, allantoin, yolk sac. These four layers are present, but it is the amnion is having the mainly amniotic fluid is present. For this diagnostic procedure, we are taking the amniotic fluid. Amniotic layer is having the fluid that we call as the amniotic fluid. For this amniocentesis, we are using the amniotic fluid. In this, with this amniotic fluid, we can detect the disorders like a Down syndrome, Edwards syndrome, and the Turner syndrome. Three types of syndromes are we detect by this one. Next, in this procedure, amniotic fluid is drawn in the fetal cells are tested. Clear? But it is misused and has become practiced to known as a. It means this one is mainly helpful for the omnisynthesis is mainly helpful for the in the fetal stage only. Any genetic disorders are there that we will detect by this method. Clear? Next one is next is the lactational aneurysm. Here, what it is means what advantages of the lactational amenorrhea means this is the means as long as the mother is feed the child, breastfeed is the child, chances to constipation, conception is prevented by the feeding of the child, and also the feeding of the baby enhance the immunity and the projection against the allergy. Means the lactational amenorrhea mainly prevent the contraception, and also they are formed as a contraception, and also it is enhance the immunity and protection against the allergies. Clear? This one is about the reproductive health. The 5 VSQs we discussed. All the 5 VSQs you learn it compulsorily. One will come. Next lesson, genetics. Next, first one is the pleiotropy. Pleiotropy means it is the ability to producing the phenotypes. Here, the ability of genes have multiple phenotypic effect is called as a pleiotropy. Here, one gene they are affecting the multiple phenotypic effects that we call as a pleiotropy. Example, polyketonuria in the human. Here, the only one gene is there. They are having the, for example, this one is a gene. They are normally expressing the only one character. But here, in this time, the gene is expressing the multiple phenotypic effects. They are having the multiple phenotypic effects that we called as the pleiotropy. Example is phenylketonuria in the human. Clear? Next one is polygenic inheritance. The polygenic inheritance means poly means many. Polygenic inheritance is the cumulative effect of the two or more genes. Single phenotypic means before that the pleiotropy means one gene is having the different forms that we call as a pleiotropy. Here the polygenic inheritance means the one character is expressed by the more than the one gene that we call as a polygenic means genes in a polygenes means polygenic means number of genes are the expressing only one character that we call as a polygenic inheritance. That is a cumulative effect of the two or more genes for the single phenotypic expression. Here example skin color in the human. Next one is next Klinefelter syndrome and the Turner syndrome. These two also important. The first is the Klinefelter syndrome. Here, normally, how many chromosomes are present in the human? 46 chromosomes are present. Sometimes what will happen means the abnormalities are occur in the division time, meiosis division time. What will happen means one less chromosome will occur in the one and the one extra chromosome is occur in the other. That we call as the polygen, that we call as that causes the abnormalities in the karyotype. Here, Klinefelter syndrome is a genetic disorder. It is caused by the trisomy of the chromosomes. Normally, what will happen means here normally males are having the 44 plus XY chromosomes. Female are having the 44 plus XX chromosomes are there. Here, what will happen means in this in the male one extra X chromosome is there. 44 plus XY. Total how many? The 47 chromosomes. Normal person is having the 46 chromosome. Instead of that, here one extra chromosome is added. That we call as a Klinefelter syndrome. See this one, the genotype is the 47, means 44 plus XXY. It's a Klinefelter male has the one extra X chromosome. Here, the symptoms are, what are the symptoms means the hypogonadism is occur, reduced fertility, and the slight enlargement of the breasts are occur. Here, Klinefelter syndrome is present in the male, and normally males are having the 44 plus XY chromosomes, but in this condition, they are having the 44 plus XXY, means one extra X chromosome is there. That condition is called as a Klinefelter syndrome. Next one is the Turner syndrome. Next one is it is present in the females. Here, next the genetic disorder caused by the monosomy. Here the trisomy means instead of two chromosomes, two allosomes, one extra is there. That's why we call it a trisomy. Here in this condition, one less chromosome is there. Normally female are having the 44 plus XX chromosomes are present, but in this condition, they are having in this condition what 44 plus X chromosomes only they are having. Here in this mainly the 44 plus XX is a normal. In the N-1 means the monosomy. Here it is a N-1. In this N plus 1, one extra chromosome is added in the Klinefelter syndrome. Here one extra chromosome, one chromosome is left. That we call as a Turner syndrome. This is present in female. Here the female, the 44 plus 44 X chromosomes are present. One less X chromosome is present. That causes this type of syndrome. That is the Turner syndrome. What are the symptoms? Means the mainly the short stature is present. and webbed neck is present, and the spreaded, this is the symptoms for the Turner syndrome. Yeah. Next, pleiotropy we discuss, and the polygenic inheritance, the Turner syndrome, and the Klinefelter syndrome. Next is the erythroblastosis fetalis, also important. I will explain. And 1 second. For the erythroblastosis fetalis is mainly important for the this one, the SAQ also important, and also this one is important for the VSAQ also. It's not there, I think. Okay. So normally I'll say the erythroblastosis fetalis is mainly caused by the, means the, when it is causing, the means the parents are having the mother is having the Rh negative blood group and father is having the Rh positive blood group. That time this condition is caused. This time the what will happen means the fetus is getting the father blood group Rh positive. That time the erythroblast means the inside of that the erythrocytes are they are damaged and they are burst, that we call as a erythroblastosis fetalis in the fetal stage. In the fetal stage, the erythroblasts are without maturity, they are released that cause the disorder, that is causing the anemia, that we call as a erythroblastosis fetalis. Erythroblastosis fetalis. Yeah. So about the next we are going to discuss about the next lesson, that is evolution. Evolution, the first one is called as the panspermia. Here, what are panspermia? According to the panspermia theory, it is a one theory of evolution. The life might have existing else where in the universe, cosmos, in the form of resistance force called as a, that means life is the evolved like a spores, means that is called as a the cosmos. Here in the universe, they are formed as a in the form of resistant force. Here, the according to the panspermia theory of evolution, life might have existing elsewhere in the universe in the form of the spores. In the form of the spores, life is existing is called as a panspermia. Here, the life might have the reached on the earth accidentally, means it is a one type of theory. This is a panspermia theory. According to this theory, the life is started with the resistant spores. Here, next life might be reached on the earth accidentally. Next one is the The what are the connecting in this not that much important. Anyway, I will explain this one. The means the connecting links. The mention the name of the connective links in the studied here. Euceropteran is between the fishes and amphibians. That is a connecting link between the fishes and amphibians that we call as a Eucenopteran. Eucenopteran here. Next is the Simuria. The Simuria is between the amphibians and reptiles. Between the amphibians and reptiles, the connecting link is there that we call as a Simuria. Here. Next, the Archaeopteryx. This Archaeopteryx is present between the reptiles and birds. Means the two classes or two phylums are connected. The some animals are means they are having the both characters. For example, in this Archaeopteryx, this is having the reptile character as well as some bird character. That we call as a connecting link. Next is Simuria. That is connected. Some are having the amphibian characters. Some are having the reptilian characters. Next, the Cynognathus. This is having the some reptilian characters and the mammalian characters. This is called as a. These are called as a connecting links here. Next one is the biogenetic law. What is the biogenetic law means? This is also called as the theory of recapitulation. The ontogeny repeats the phylogeny. Means the development history of the organism repeats the evolutionary history. Means ontogeny means development history of the organism repeats the evolutionary history. Here, evolutionary in our ancient, that evolutionary history is followed by the development history. That we call as a biogenetic law. Simply you write ontogeny repeats the phylogeny. Means the development history of the organism repeats the evolutionary history. Clear? For example, see this one. Caterpillar of the butterfly resembles as an annelida. Actually, the caterpillar larva is means insects, means arthropoda larva. Arthropoda larva resembles the before that annelida characters. Here, next the tadpole larva of the frog resembles the same like a fishes. Tadpole larva is the amphibian, means the frog, the larva. This is resembles before class the fishes characters. Here, like this, the ontogeny repeats the phylogeny. Means developmental history repeats the evolutionary history. Here. Next one is the atavism, which next atavism means they are the sudden appearance of the some vestigial organs. Before that, the vestigial organs are not visible. Suddenly they will appear again. That we call a sudden appearance of some vestigial organs in the better development and the conditions is called as a atavism. Here, the suddenly appearance of some vestigial organs means non-functionable organs. For example, tail. The human tail means normally human is not having the tail. Before our forefathers, they are having. Now suddenly they will appear. That we call as a atavism. See this one, human body born with the tail is called as a atavism. Means the sudden appearance of the vestigial organs is called as a atavism. Example is human baby born with the tail. Next, the allopatric and the sympatric speciation. See this one here, the allopatric and the sympatric speciation. What it is means the allopatric speciation means the speciation takes place due to the geographical isolation. Means the earth is dividing, that time they undergoes the divide, that we call as a allopatric speciation. If the speciation takes place due to the geographical isolation is called as a allopatric speciation. Next, if the speciation takes place, the same habit, they are having the same habit, but the isolation due to the interbreeding, reproductive purposely, they are separate, that we call it as a the species, the sympathetic species. Means the formation of the species is called as speciation. Allopathic speciation is according to the geographical isolation, and the sympatric is mainly by the interbreeding. For the same place only they are present, but the interbreeding, the mainly they are causing. Here this one is about the sympatric speciation, allopathic and the sympatric. This is the difference between allopathic and sympatric speciations. Here. Next is the SAQs already we discussed. Next, last lesson, applied biology. The applied biology SAQs we are going to discuss. See this one. Define the term layers, and it's simply the birds are the two types are there. They are called as the layers, and the layers means for the laying of the eggs we are using. Layers of the are the birds which are exclusively raised for the production of the eggs. For the production of eggs, we are rearing this one that we call as a layers. The next is the boilers. Boilers are the bird which are raised from the meat, for the meat. Here for the some birds we are rearing for the production of the eggs is called as a layers. We are rearing the birds for the meat purpose. We are raising that we call as a boilers. Here next is the second one is called as the apiculture. The beekeeping, the growing of the bees for the production of the honey and wax is called as the apiculture. See this one, apiculture is the beekeeping. It is the maintenance of beehives for the production of the honey and wax. Here we are maintaining the bees, means we are rearing the honey bees for the production of honey, and the wax is called as a apiculture. Here next, what's the difference between the drone bee and the worker bee? Means one is a male and one is a female. See this one. Drone bee and the worker bee. The inside of the bee colony, mainly three types of insects are there. One is called as the queen, drone, and the worker. What's the difference between them? Means the drone is a male. Already I discussed the male haploid honeybee. Here it is the sterile diploid female. Diploid female, but they are sterile. They can't produce the young ones. Here they can releasing the sperms, but they are haploid. Next, drones do not have the stingers. For they are doesn't have stingers. They are having the stingers. Means they are taking the mainly the tree leaves juice they can take. That's why no stingers are there. Next, the drone's lifespan is short. They live in the 2 to 3 months. Here some days only, 20 to 30 days only they can live. And the drone is bigger than the worker. Bee is smaller than the queen bee. Clear? Drone is bigger than the worker, and the worker bee is smaller than the bee. Means it is bigger than the worker normally. Here next is the worker bee is smaller than the drone. Here this is throughout the colony, the worker is the smallest one. Second is the drone. Last is the largest one is the queen. Here next it is a primary. Its primary role is the mating with the queen bee. Here next is they are secreting the wax, building the hexagonal hives, collecting the nectar, and manufacturing the royal jelly. Here this one is about the difference between the drone bees and the worker bees. Next is the apiculture, aquaculture, and pisciculture. Here, the differentiate between the aquaculture and simply is this one. rearing of only fishes. Here, culturing and breeding of the finned fishes. The regulated conditions is called a pisciculture. Culturing of the fish and other aquatic animals also. Not only the fish and other aquatic organisms, prawns, like a prawns, lobster, oyster, under the regulated conditions in the better production is called as the aquaculture. Means all the aquatic animal rearing is called as the aquaculture, and the pisciculture means only the fishes rearing is called as a pisciculture. Next one is called as a hypophysation. Very, very important question. This one is the VSAQ. The explain the term hypophysation means it is induced breeding or is a artificial breeding. Here it is inbreed. The hypophysation are also called as a induced breeding. It is a artificially we are breeding is called as a hypophysation. Artificial breeding is called hypophysation, and the pituitary extract or oviprim. Here we are taking the pituitary extract and injected to the brood fish. It induced the seed production. Here we are introduced the pituitary extract to the fishes, and they are producing the number of ovas that we are using as a seed production. Here this one is called as a hypophysation. It is also called as a induced breeding. It is a artificial breeding. The pituitary extracts oviprism is introduced into this one. Here next one, this is also important. List out any two Indian carps and exotic carps. Indian carps are katla, labio, rohita. Here, exotic means we are bringing from outside, that is called as a grass carp and the silver carp. So this is also very, very important. Next is the mention the 4 fish byproducts. From the fish, what we are preparing, that we call as a fish byproducts. In this lesson, more SAQs are important is there. Next is here it is. The fish byproducts means from the fishes what we are doing means the shark liver are called liver oil, and the omega-3 fatty acids and the sardines and salmon means the fatty omega-3 fatty acids we are getting from the sardines and the salmon. Here next fish guna as a fertilizer from the waste of the fish. Next is the isinglass. Here it is prepared from the air bladder for using of the clarification of the wines. Here 4 is there, shark liver and cod liver oil we can use, and omega-3 fatty acids from the salmon and the sardines. Here fish guna is the fertilizer. It is preparing from the waste of the fishes. Isinglass for the useful for the clarification of the wines. That is prepared from the air bladder of the fishes. Next is the insulin. Insulin structure already we discussed in the SAQ. That is having the 2 polypeptide chains. Total 51 polypeptide chains are there. 21 is called as the A polypeptide chain is having the 21. 30 is having the B polypeptide chain. Here, this one is. Next, the defined vaccine. In the vaccine also, that is a biological preparation. In SAQ we discuss. It is mainly the biological preparation. The improves the immunity to the particular disease. For the particular diseases, they are giving the immunity. Next, the vaccines are containing the weakened and killed organisms, and sometimes they are also having the toxins. Here, this one is about the vaccines. Next is the ADA stands for the what does ADA stand for? Deficiency ADA cause which disease? Here ADA stands for the adenosine deaminase. Here this enzyme is very important for the immune system to function. Here ADA deficiency causing the severe combined immunodeficiency. Deficiency is caused here. It is the stands for the it is adenosine deaminase. It is one enzyme. This enzyme deficiency mainly causes the severe combined immunodeficiency syndrome. Here, this one is about the ADA stands for. Next, the next two more questions are there. With this, we finish the VSQs. See this one, the ECG. Here, ECG is having the which type of components are present means ECG is the electrocardiography. The procedure, it is recording the electrical changes in the heart. In this, what will have what components are there means the waves are present. They are the PQRST. Here, 3, 4, 5 waves are there. They are the PQRST waves are there. The intervals between the PR, QT and the RR intervals are there. The segments are ST segments are there, and the complexes QRS means the waves are there, intervals, segments, and the complexes are there. Waves are PQRST, intervals are PV between R, QT, RR. Next, the segments are ST, and the complexes are QR complex. Clear? Next, the last one, the which substance is a sample to the detecting of the direct and indirect ELISA. Direct ELISA test used to detect the antigens. For the detecting of the antigens, we are using the direct ELISA, indirect ELISA using for the detecting of antibodies. With this, we finish the VSQs. This is the last class. That's why I'm one more time. I'm saying the last LAQs. Compulsorily you learn the LAQs, reproductive system 2 LAQs, male reproductive system, female reproductive system. Compulsorily you run it. I'm write it here. The LAQs are important. The LAQs must learn the first male reproductive system. Male reproductive system. Next is the second female reproductive system. You compulsorily you learn it. From this one is compulsory, 100% will come. Next, from the circulatory system. Clear? The circulatory system, which one? The heart. The structure of heart, you learn it. Structure of heart, you learn it. And the fourth one, functioning of heart, you learn it. Functioning of heart. In this one will be compulsory. If you any difficulty is you facing, you learn it about the genetics questions. Here, genetics 3 questions are there. If in this you are having the any difficulty, that time you learn the genetics, multiple alleles. First 3 questions, multiple alleles. Second one is called as a chromosomal theory of sex determination. Next, the third one is called as a crisscross inheritance. Crisscross inheritance. And the FAQs, these are the LAQs, compulsory you learn it. Any 2 choose. This 2 is the one, and this is any 2 in this 2. This 2 is the one part, this 2 is the one part, this 3 is the one part. Any 2 you can choose easily. You can write 2 LAQs. The FAQs already I said the first lesson 3 are important. LS of tooth most important. Protein digestion in the stomach is important. Functions of the liver is important. Next, the respiratory system. Mainly the inspiration expiration is important. The respiratory movements are important. The CO2 transportation is important. Respiratory disorders are important. Here in the next circulatory system, in that though FAQs are there, and you got next you learn it from the genetics. Mainly the erythroblastosis fetalis you learn it. Human sex determination you learn it, and the next one is the genetic balance theory. From these 3 and the HGP also, Human Genome Project. These four you learn it. One is compulsorily evolution. Mostly in the evolution, two SAQs are compulsory. That's why you learn it. The less only there. The homologous, analogous organs, the mutational theory, and the natural selection of the Darwinism, industrial melanism, genetic drift. You learn it from the evolution. In the last lesson, applied biology, the economic importance of honeybee. Next, the types of cancer cells, types of cancers, and the next is the what it is next avian flu, and like this, you learn it from the SAQs. BSAQs, what are the important? I said that only you learn it. The prepare well and all the best for your exams. The what I important I said that only you learn it, and all the best to you.